Hello students. So in this video I am going to discuss about a new topic. It's not new for you as in class 8 student. We already discussed in class 7, but once again, though we are reading in new topic, in new chapter, that is your sound. So for us, for this class session of class 8, it is a new topic, new chapter. So let's start about sound. As we already discussed in class 7 that sound is a type of energy. It is produced by some vibrating body. Sound is a type of energy. It is a type of energy and produced by some vibrating body. Clear? This energy enable us to listen any type of voice. It needs medium for traveling from one place to other place. Because why it needs medium? Because sound energy travel with the help of longitudinal wave. With the help of longitudinal wave. All these things we discuss in class 7. Sound needs medium. Sound speed of sound wave is near about 332 meter per second in air. In different medium, means solid, liquid, gas, of different types of material, speed of sound is different. Speed of sound depend upon the material of the medium as well as state of the medium. Temperature plays an important role while we're discussing about speed of sound. If temperature is below 1, means it's a less one, speed of sound is more. It is an inversely proportional relationship. If temperature decreases, speed increases, speed of sound increases in a particular medium. So all these things we already discussed in class 7. Now in class 8 we are going to discuss some more properties of sound. So in this video we discuss about pitch, we discuss about note, tone and all other things. So let's start. In last class, in class 7 we already discussed about tuning fork. Those who are new, for them again I am discussing. This is your tuning fork having two prongs and one stem or handle. This is your stem, this is your prongs. These are prongs. Clear? When we hammer, when we hit these prongs on a hard surface, these prongs start to vibrate. They vibrate about their mean position. Means what? If this is the mean position of one prong, if we hit, it vibrate likewise. Clear? Means it is a to and fro movement. To and fro movement. To and fro movement about mean position. This is known as your vibration. If any body starts a to and fro movement about its mean position, this type of motion is known as your vibration. It is also known as vibration. Vibration, in case of mobile vibration, you can see that mobile vibrate likewise, so that it can produce some sound. So this type of movement, just see my finger, this type of movement likewise, this type of movement shows the vibration. Here is my finger, it is its mean position. When we hit it, it start to vibrate about mean position. Means what? It always passes through the mean position likewise. So hope this thing is clear. This is known as your vibration. If we hit these sponges and this prong, suppose we hit these prongs, so this first go inward, then means from mean position M it moves to the one of position A on one side, again it crosses through M and reaches to B, again it passed to M. So the complete movement means starting from M to A to M, M to B, B to M. This movement is known as your one vibration. Once again I am telling you in case of pendulum. Suppose this is your pendulum hand with a rigid support. This is a light string. This string is light string. We pull the pendulum up to this part. Clear? It's a mean position M. We pull up to a position, use the same word A. Clear? And we release it as likewise. So it again reach to the position M, and then it further moves up to the position B. Clear? Then again come back to M. This complete movement means starting from M to A to M, M to B, and again B to M. This this is a one vibration. This one is known as your one vibration. For example, if I want to show you, give me some time. Okay, see here. For you people, I am using this charger as a pendulum. See here, this is your light. Suppose this is your bob of the pendulum. Clear? This is your bob of the pendulum. Hope you can easily see this is your bob of the pendulum. You must see the figure also and this one also. Let me rub the. See here, this is a string. Clear? This is the mean position of the pendulum. If I pull it up to some distance, see here, and leave it, so what happened? See here, this is the mean position. Clear? Now if you pull up to position A and leave it, so what happened? It will reach up to B and come back to AM. This complete motion means starting from M to A to B, and again M. This is your one vibration. Hope now it's clear to you. So this is your one vibration or one vibration. Now after that we have a new term, amplitude. A new term is your amplitude. Amplitude means what? The maximum displacement from the mean position on either side. The maximum displacement of any vibrating body from the mean position on either side is known as your amplitude. Means it may be A to M, it may be M to A, or it may be M to B. This is your amplitude. Hope this thing is clear. Either this one or this one, maximum displacement on either side of a vibrating body from mean position is known as the amplitude of that vibrating body. This is your amplitude. Now next one is your frequency. Here I am writing in short M to A or M to B is your amplitude. Now about frequency. What is frequency? Number of vibration Number of vibration made by a vibrating body in 1 second. We already discussed what is vibration. Number of vibration in 1 second made by vibrating body in 1 second is known as your frequency. Clear? Number of vibration means what? The number of this number of movement from M to A to B to again M. This is one vibration. So this type of vibration made by the vibrating body in 1 second is known as your frequency. And always remember that unit of frequency is hertz. Means what? Let me rub the board. SI unit of frequency is hertz. Spelling is HERTZ and symbol is capital H small z. Clear? This is your hertz. What is the definition of 1 hertz vibration? Number of vibrations, I am writing in short, number of vibrations made by vibrating body in 1 second is known as your hertz. Then there is another definition of hertz. Sometimes question may ask you define 1 hertz. 1 hertz means what? As hertz define, 1 hertz means 1 vibration in 1 second. If a vibrating body make a such large amplitude vibration, so that that vibrating body is able to complete only 1 vibration in 1 second, this one is known as your 1 hertz. Remember, 1 hertz means what? Vibrating body made only 1 vibration in 1 second. This is your 1 hertz. Now, suppose कोई statement says that frequency of tuning fork is 256 or 250 hertz or 70 hertz. Suppose there is a statement. Frequency of tuning fork is 75 hertz. Frequency of tuning fork is 75 hertz. What does it means? It means that this tuning fork complete 75 vibration in 1 second. In 1 second. So this thing is clear. 75 vibration in 1 second. Like your metric system, you can convert hertz into smaller units, millihertz, centihertz, and bigger unit, kilohertz, megahertz, likewise. Now the new part is your time period. Need not to confuse about time period and frequency. That's why I am rubbing the board. In frequency, number of vibration in 1 second is known as your frequency. What is the time period? The time in which the vibrating body complete 1 vibration. It's 1 vibration. time for completing one vibration. Clear? One vibration, time required for completing one vibration is known as your time period. So time period and frequency both are different thing. Clear? Unit of time period is your second, because the time, so unit is your second. What about frequency? Unit is hertz, and in frequency number of vibration in 1 second. Here time for completing one vibration. This is the basic difference between time period and frequency. Now there is a relationship between frequency and time period. It says that time period is always equals to, it's inversely proportional to frequency. So if T is time period, F is frequency of any vibrating body, then T equals to 1 upon F. This is the relationship between time period and frequency. So these are the some general terms of sound. We are going to discuss some new topics under the sound. Now we are going to discuss a new topic, sounds of different frequency. Generally, every vibrating body always produces sound. Sometimes we can hear the sound, sometimes we are unable to hear, though body is vibrating. So is it wrong that vibrating body always produce sound? No, it's not wrong. Vibrating body always produce sound, though we are unable to listen. Sometimes we are unable to listen, sometimes we are able to listen. Depending upon the capacity of human being, we categorized sound into 3 parts. One we can hear, and other 2 we are unable to hear, unable to listen. So let's start to discuss all these things. Generally, it has been found that human beings are able to receive, able to memorize, able to receive the sound having frequency 20 hertz or more than 20 hertz, but less than 20,000 hertz. 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. Clear? This is the range of sound which is audible for human being. We are unable to listen sound above this frequency, and we are unable to listen sound below this frequency. Clear? So this is the range for human being. Human beings are always can listen the voice in between these ranges. Clear? So these sound of these frequencies are known as your audible sound or sonic sound. Audible or sonic sound. Clear? Audible or sonic sound having frequency this one. Sound below this frequency. Sound below this frequency means less than 20 hertz. This type of sound is known as your subsonic or infrasonic sound. Subsonic or infrasonic sound. Frequency having less than 20 hertz. They are known as your subsonic or infrasonic sound. Human beings are unable, human ears are unable to adjust, receive the sound of this frequency or below this frequency. Then if a sound is more than 20,000 hertz, more than 20,000 hertz, then sound is known as your supersonic. Supersonic or ultrasonic sound. Or ultrasonic sound. Clear? Human beings are unable to listen these two types of sound, means infrasonic and supersonic, or infrasonic or ultrasonic sounds are unable to receive by our ears. We can receive the sound of this frequency. So there are three different types of sound: sonic, subsonic, or supersonic. Now move to the next topic. At the end of this video, I have to discuss some few uses of ultrasonic sound. Generally, ultrasonic sounds are very helpful for us. This type of sound produced by some animals like dog, like bats, like dolphins, they produce supersonic sound. So we are unable to receive their sound, but we can use ultrasonic sound in different purpose. Like we can use ultrasonic sound in radar, we can use ultrasonic sound in some medical equipment to for our cure our illness or found some deficiency in our body. We use ultrasonic sound to found the crack or holes in a long heavy metals or bridges or buildings. We can use ultrasonic sound in various purpose. Now this is the end part of today's video. In next video discuss more thing about sound. That's all for today. Thank you.